All right, and we are live. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us this evening. We're definitely looking forward to another amazing speed run. This time we're going to the Temple of the Omnihedron. And so the adventurers have been asked by the Regent to investigate rumors of the Raven cult setting up operations in an area near the coastline where there is rumored to be a temple that houses a mysterious artifact known as the Omnihedron, which is said to be able to imbue items, mundane items, with magical power. This is a big problem for the Regent because the Cult of the Raven have been burning and killing everything in their path thus far, and if they get the power of the Omnihedron, it will be a terrible situation for for the area. So so joining us this evening, and I'll kick over to the players in a second. Just one other quick update. Did make one other minor adjustment to the rules, so you'll notice that players will act differently in this game than they will in a typical 5e game. That's because the rules are a little different. If you're interested, you can read more about it. Actually, it's over there in the basic rules. But one minor change to that is on their turn they'll be able to take two actions, and so a movement is an action, an attack is an action, and so with that it'll give them a bit more flexibility if they choose to stay put and attack. So without any further ado, I'll kick it over to the players, let them introduce themselves and their starting characters, and we'll get underway. So how you doing, players?
Doing good.
All right, perfect. So joining us this evening, we've got the White Dwarf. White Dwarf, why don't you go ahead and tell us the characters, plural, that you'll be playing, and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I get to do something new for myself. I get to play two characters. So first I'm playing Lucky. He's a cleric, and then Kali, they're a monk. So this will be interesting, and looking to have some fun and not die too fast.
All right. So for those of you that watched our Tomb of Horrors run, you'll remember Gerg, the player, went through like 5 characters in that adventure. Meanwhile, we had another player who survived the entire time, so you never know. So thanks a lot, Dwarf. So moving on, we've got Lazy Pizza. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about yourself and who you're playing?
I'm playing Red the Barbarian, and I just want to have fun.
Awesome. And Semley, why don't you tell us about your character and yourself?
Sure. So I went with a unique name for my paladin. Trying to move away from assembly, so I'm Semel now, and I'm a Triton paladin. I will see if I can be the guy this time that makes it through the whole thing without dying, because I really like paladins. So I'll see if I can hang on to this character.
All right, perfect. So for those following at home, these are level 3 characters, and so this adventure is somewhere in the area of level 3. Yeah, that's where we are. So what I'll do is I will just kind of catch you guys up. As I mentioned in the opening, you guys have been asked to proceed to this area on the coast where, rumor has it this temple, which has been long sealed and frankly thought forgotten, has recently been the focus of activity. So scouts have reported Cult of the Raven activity in the vicinity, and so as a result, they've asked you to come here and check things out. You're rather familiar with the area. That there's a hillside that kind of comes down, but you know, this area for the longest time was just overgrown. It was just thick forest, and it was inhabited by, you know, a series of creatures that, you know, would discourage the, you know, the wayward traveler. But as you approach, you find, and let me share the map for you guys. So what you're gonna see is a giant map for some reason. Make Okay, so you guys the map should be coming up for you guys. And so what you'll see is you are on this coastline, and there is a kind of a cutout in the woods leading inland. Let me just reveal a little bit more for you. Okay, there we go. So, so you see a, so the forest opens abruptly. This path appears to be recently cut and cleared. There are signs of recent kind of forestry work, meaning, you know, drag marks and things like that, where trees and brush have been dragged away. And actually, let me go ahead and give you some sounds here. So there are some ambient sounds that you hear as you approach. So the sounds of birds can be heard, the sounds of, you know, forest animals, and then the occasional lapping of water against the shore. So
are we taking turns in order of the combat tractor, or just...
No, at this point we're not in initiative. So I guess basically you can choose to proceed north, or sorry, you can choose to proceed to the west, which is, you know, in towards the forest trail, or you can choose to proceed to the south.
Let's go west, since that's the trail.
I agree, that makes sense.
Yeah, the west seems to make the most sense.
Okay, so as you begin to make your way down the trail, you hear the sounds of calling, like crows. The sounds of crows circling overhead. And the crows quickly begin to circle, and then you hear a much louder crow as as emerging from the trees, or the tree canopy, is a pair of raven folk scouts. They begin to caw at you feverishly, and then switch to common, and curse you, tell you to leave right away, or they will be forced to kill you. So let's go ahead and roll for initiative. We're going to get right into it tonight. Actually, I can actually prompt you guys to roll for initiative. All right, so it looks like everybody's got their initiatives in. So at the top of the round, so just one other clarifier, I roll initiative every round, so your initiative will change from round to round. I believe I turned that extension on, but if I did not, then we'll just stick with this initiative. But what that means is that, you know, you just keep an eye on it, because you could go last in one round and first in the next. So So at the top of the initiative order, we have Semley. So Semley, the Raven folk are currently hold on. So this guy is not right. Let me just delete this guy real quick. So the Raven folk are currently like kind of perched up in the trees. And they are carrying longbows, which they're leveling to attack against you.
Right. And I already see that they're definitely getting ready to attack. That's correct.
Yes. So they've got their bows. They're aimed at you.
Okay. So I think I'm going to use my javelin here. Do I have line of sight on this bottom gentleman here?
Yeah, you can. So they basically emerge from the tree, so you can see them. Yes.
Okay. And I'm not super familiar with the javelin. Once I throw my javelin, am I down javelin?
Yes, until you retrieve it. If you retrieve it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to throw my javelin at that guy down there.
That is a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. And then I would like to use my second action to attack again.
Okay. Another javelin.
Yep.
Oh, that one is a miss as it sails over his shoulder and bounces off a nearby tree, falling to the ground. So believe that's it for you.
Let me just check real quick to see if I have any bonus actions, which I don't believe I do. I don't. None that I want to use anyway.
All right.
So I would like to pass.
Okay. So this Raven folk scout is going to take a shot at Red. Attack.
Your audio is not working.
Sorry, he's gonna take a shot at Semmel after being targeted by him. And so here is his longbow attack. Oh man, you guys are gonna be in bad shape today if I continue to roll crits. So all right, so this Ravenfolk scout is attacking Semmel. He hits with a critical hit, and here is his damage. Okay, so 14 points of damage to you, Semmel. Not looking so good, and he is going to actually fly down to here and try to engage with Red, and that's going to be as he draws his rapier as part of his move action. So Callie is up. What does Callie want to do?
Seeing the Raven friend fly down, Callie is going to approach it and he's going to rush it. And he's going to hit it with the unarmed strike.
All right, so you want to move around. So we do have flanking. So flanking is a thing. So if you want to move here, you would get advantage on your attacks against that Ravenfolk scout. That's up to you. So I don't know if you heard what I said, but if you move over to behind the Ravenfolk scout, you'd get advantage on the attack. So that last roll was, yeah, no, it didn't roll with advantage. It still hit anyway, but just make sure you hit the ADV button in the lower left for advantage next time. All right, so that's 3 points of damage to the Ravenfolk scout.
And I moved, so that's the end of my turn.
Unless you wanted to use a key point and do a flurry of blows or something like that, because you do your flurry of blows as a as a bonus action. So that's up to you.
Yes. I don't think I'll use it this turn, though.
Okay, fair enough. Just wanted to make sure you knew you had it. So there we go. So now it's Red's turn. Red's got this Ravenfolk in front of him. So Red's attacks would also be with advantage because Callie is flanking.
I'll attack with my great axe.
All right. So make sure you hit that 80. There you go. You got it. All right. That's a crit. Good job. Oh man, big damage. 24 points of damage to that Ravenfolk. I mean, how does that look? How does that great axe attack look?
Well, I'll gather, like, I'll hold it above my head and I'll slam it onto his shoulder.
Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely digs into his shoulder and he lets out a caw as his head kind of leans to the side of that blow. Now, as I mentioned before, if you don't move, you can make a second attack with no penalty. That's up to you. Or you could move, or you could take the disengage action as your second action.
Would I have advantage still?
You absolutely would, yeah. As long as you're still flanking, you still have advantage. All right, that's another solid hit. Go ahead and roll that damage. Ooh, not so good that time. So after your first big blow, I think it just takes you a while to get your axe out of the wound so that you're not able to really muster up the strength. You still make contact with them, but it's definitely not as forceful as the previous attack. All right. So Lucky is up. What does Lucky want to do?
Yes. Lucky sees the fight start, and he decides after a time he's going to do a guiding bolt against the raven.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and target him. There you go. All right, that is a hit. These guys don't have the greatest AC, but they do have a decent amount of hit points. Oh. That's it. He goes down. So that Ravenfolk goes down as part of that guiding bolt. That's a ton of damage for that guiding bolt for some reason.
Yeah, that folded him down like a deck of cards.
Yeah. All right. So he is no more. So there is another one, and he's kind of hidden in the bushes right now. You get a rough idea of where he is, but you're not exactly certain. So he kind of flew up over the treetop canopy, and so unable to find him, he then kind of reappears right here, and he is going to level his bow against the monk, and he is going to fire off a shot, and that is a hit, and here is the damage. And he is going to quickly use his second attack to attack the monk a second time, but that one is a mix.
Deflect bows, right?
So you can. There's a deflect missiles class feature, but I think you have to be at a certain level to have it.
Level 3, I think it. I was reading through his. Let's see.
Yeah. So take a look. I mean, if you find it, I think what it is maybe just nullifies damage. I run so many systems, it's difficult sometimes to remember the exact rules for which system, but if you find it, let me know. But I'll go ahead and pass the turn. But it is Lucky's turn.
All right, Lucky. He's going to attack the Raven. He doesn't have to be at ground level, so he will take his. Where is it? It's harder to do too.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Yeah. So he is currently up in the trees. He's kind of perched on a branch, so he's probably about 10 feet off the ground. Yep, that works.
That's what he is. He's going to throw a guided bolt at the Raven.
All right. Ooh, that's a miss. Because he didn't move, he can actually do it again.
Yeah, he's going to try to do it again.
Oh, it's also a miss. So you fire off 2 guiding bolts, and they kind of blast off of trees behind him, and he kind of looks either way as they kind of fly over his shoulders. But Lucky looks a bit distraught by his ineffectiveness. Semley, you're up. Or Semmel. Jeez, it's going to take me a minute to get familiar with that.
Right. So is this guy up in the air?
He's about 10 feet in the air. So what you could do is you could get right next to him and try to attack him, because you're a kind of medium creature, so you can kind of do a jump attack if you wanted to.
I think I would like to do that. So I'm going to use.
What weapon are you using?
axe.
You're using a battle axe?
Battle
Yeah.
axe.
Yeah, you can reach him.
I should probably target him first, I guess.
Yep. Ooh, that's a miss. Unfortunately, you kind of jump up in the air and swing the battle axe, and it clangs off the branch that he's standing on as he just kind of hops up momentarily to avoid your attack.
That's all I've got.
All right, Red, you're up. You two can do the same, because you are also a medium creature. If you wanted to go over, you can't really get behind him because the tree that he's standing on is behind him, but you can get to either side of him and make an attack if you'd like to. Yep, that'll work right there. So, ooh, unfortunately, that's going to be a miss as well, as you have similar luck. Jumping up and trying to attack, and he just nimbly dodges by hopping up and down on the branch that he's on. Callie, you're up.
Callie's going to use his agility to run up to the tree. Is the Raven flying, or is he resting in the tree?
No, he's perched on a branch, and so what he's doing is, as people are attacking him, he's just kind of hopping up a little bit. But there's the rest of the tree is behind him. So, he would have to try to fly if he wanted to on his next turn.
So Callie's going to try to scale the tree to get up to the Raven. So he
Okay.
can use his unarmed strike.
So go ahead and give me an athletics check to see how successful you are in climbing the tree. Okay, you managed to climb up the tree and get right by him. I'm going to put you behind him, which basically means you are between him and the tree, and you can go ahead and attack with a melee attack.
All right, here it goes.
And as he sees you quickly make your way up the tree, he gets a bit concerned. But not concerned enough as your unarmed strike misses. He nimbly dodges out of the way. So you come running up the tree, and he manages to dodge your blow. So that's going to be your 2 actions. You could use a key point, absolutely, if you wanted to. So go ahead and burn that key point if you want, and do your flurry of blows, which is 3 attacks.
Of unarmed strikes?
Yep. So you should have on your actions tab, you should have, here, let me just put this, hold on. Where's your key? Okay, yeah. So if you check this key box right here, like I just did, you see where it says key down there? That means that you've used one of your 3 key points.
There's some black missiles right above it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. There's your.
Now I know where it is.
There we go. So if you so you hit twice. So go ahead and roll me 2 rolls of damage from unarmed strike. All right, total is 7 points of damage. He's not happy about it at all, but he doesn't seem all too worse for wear at this point. Red, you are up at the top of the initiative order. What would you like to do?
I'll attack it again, I guess.
Okay, so since you're not moving this turn, you'd be able to make 2 attacks against it. So go ahead. Oh, that first one's a miss. Oh man, you're just having a tough time getting the height you need to get your battle axe, or to get your great axe to find purchase. So Semmel. All right, so that is a hit. And 5 points of damage as you kind of carve into its leg, and it lets out a caw as you see the blood spurt from the wound. Did you want to make a second attack?
Yes.
Okay. And that's going to be another hit. Oh man. So he is definitely not happy with that series of events. His whole demeanor has changed. So Callie is up. Callie, what would you like to do? Punchy punch time?
Yeah, punchy punch time.
Alright, that is a hit. Oh, not much in the way of damage, but your blow finds home.
I'm going to use another key point.
Well, you can attack twice without burning a key. It's up to you.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Yeah, so you didn't move. So because you didn't move,
so I did unarmed strike, and now I'm going to bring my short sword around and attack him with that.
Okay.
Go for the knees.
So oh yeah, you did. You already took that other key point back. Okay, that's definitely going to be a hit. As this short sword rakes across his chest, feathers go flying and blood spurts from the wound. So yeah, he's not happy. Anything else?
I'm going to use a key point. I'm going to finish him off.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to use the short sword. Or do I have to use
you have
strike?
It's a flurry of blows, so it's going to be like, punches or kicks.
Okay, good.
Well, no, that didn't work right.
Oh, it didn't?
So it just rolled all 3 of them and added it together.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, shoot. There's one.
Alright.
That's abysmal.
Oh, yeah. Alright, that looks better. Oh man. Alright, so 1 hit, 2 just wild swings. So go ahead and roll one damage die. And that is 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Alright, so with that, I believe that's the end of your turn. Alright, he is going to take the disengage action, which is going to prevent opportunity attacks. And he is going to try to fly away. He has a speed of 30, so 10. He's only going to be able to get there because with his second action, he is going to let out a kind of deep guttural caw, presumably alerting his comrades of your presence. That is going to be his turn. Lucky, you're up.
Alright, Lucky sees the need to heal Semel, so he's going to do that.
I appreciate it.
Jeez. Inflict wounds, right? No, that's not. Alright, what do we got? That's it? Oh, no, better than nothing.
Just make sure it is correct. Let me just double check. Because I think it should be more than that. Hang on.
I thought it was supposed to add a modifier of some kind.
Yeah.
$1d8 plus your
Yes.
spellcasting.
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which in this case your spellcasting ability modifier is 3, so you get a total of 7, Samuel.
Nice.
So I'll go ahead and make the edit. So did you do 2 of them? Hold on, let me just put that in there.
No, that was an accident.
Oh, okay.
Second,
So
the 2 and the
yeah, so just take the 2 back, or just add 1 more. But you recovered a total of 7, Semel. All right, Semel, you're up, freshly healed, ready for the fight. He is currently on the ground. He is running. He kind of flew over to there, but you see that it seemed to take quite a bit of exertion on his part to get to there.
Brilliant. So I'm gonna move up nice and quick, so I can give him a hug with my battle axe. It's a battle axe hug.
That is a hit. Oh, and as he's letting out this big, like, guttural caw, you just bring your battle axe down on his back, and he's like, Gah! And it just falls forward on his face and is no more. But at this point, you can see some more stuff.
I'm sorry, see some more what? You cut out.
I said you can see some more stuff. I'm going to reveal some more of the map.
Ah.
Okay, as you get there, you begin to see the edge of the hillside as it reveals what appears to be a carved stone area. Hold on, here, let me reveal some more here. There we go. You can only see a little bit of it at this point, but there appears to be some carved stone over there, which I think is quite unusual. There are also some stone pavers that you can see. So we are no longer in combat. We are no longer in initiative. So with that, why don't you all open up the tables, go to the loot deck, and draw yourselves some loot. So everybody gets 1 roll on the loot table. Semel gets the deck of many things. It's fantastic. 1 second.
So I get something called balance, but I can't open it. I get an error.
Okay, so let me go ahead and drop those in the party sheet inventory for you, for those that oh, so everybody should start with 1 potion of healing. Did everybody take 1 from the party sheet already, or no?
I didn't, but I see myself having a ton of potions in my
It's yeah, those are just actions when you have one, so that it's all coded up, so all you have to do is click the button. But if you don't have any in your inventory, you can't use them.
Okay.
So I added some potions of healing to the party sheet, so go and make sure everybody grabs 1. And then let me go ahead and put the other things in here. So, so Semmel got balance. So Semmel, did you get to read that?
No, if I click on it, it gives me an error.
Okay, I just shared it with you. So can you read it now?
Yeah, yeah. Do you mean out loud? Do you want me to read
No,
it?
you don't. No, you don't have to. Yeah. So, so this would be in your the next opportunity you have to draw loot, right?
Okay. So
Okay,
it's
cool.
really, the way I'm reading it, it's a negative, right? Like I have to.
Yes, it is a negative.
Understood.
Okay. And so I did put the scroll of cure wounds in there, and then there's a cloak of protection for Callie. Let's see. And there was a scroll of bless. Did I think I put that in there. Did you get that, Red?
I did.
Okay, cool. So Semmel drew from the deck of many things, and something happened, but that will be revealed later. But otherwise, yeah, there we go. So you guys are free to proceed. So the path you're on kind of winds to the south up ahead, and if you guys want to move ahead, I'll just go ahead and reveal the front facade of this building.
Can I try to stay hidden inside of the forest?
Yes. Go ahead and give me a stealth check. Okay, so you see the front, although like once well hidden, a pair of giant stone doors appear to have been pried open from this cliff face. As you turn the corner, you notice wandering back and forth. So hold on before you guys. Yeah, all right, never mind. So as you kind of turn the corner, you notice a group of raven folk warriors. Hang on. You notice a group of raven folk warriors guarding this door.
Is there anything special we noticed about these ravens? The icon looks a little different.
Yeah, these are different ones. Hang on one second. Yeah, these guys are a little bit beefier. Okay, so why don't you guys back up to your positions that you would be in as soon as you turn that corner. So if you're hiding in the woods, I imagine you'd be up here. You guys would be kind of in this area, right? Something like that. And there we go. Those are the raven folk that you see. So these guys appear to be quite a bit larger than the other two. So the other two ones appear to be scouts. These guys are definitely on alert. And so with that, go ahead and roll for initiative. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. So we are all set. Did you guys get a pop-up asking you to roll for initiative?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, okay. All right, that's fine. I guess that extension doesn't work, so fair enough. I was just testing it out for the first time. So, all right, so we are going to go back to the top of the initiative order. And so with that, it looks like Callie is at the top of the initiative order this time. So Callie, what do you want to do?
Well, Callie's going to try and get a bit closer without being he's trying to stealth in. Is what he's trying to do. He's trying to get closer to them without them seeing him. So to come more over this way.
They see you. they see.
They
So that other raven that got away, that cawed, was what put them on alert. So as soon as you turn the corner, they see you. So they basically heard him get cut down. So the only one they don't see is Red, who happens to be in the woods.
We didn't have a chance to rest, so I don't have any feelings.
Nope, no rest yet.
It's time to rock. Okay, so Callie, he's going to rush up to the very first Ravenfolk Warrior 1. Only 20 feet away. And he's going to attack him with his short sword.
Don't you have a healing potion?
You do have a healing potion.
I was thinking of Red trying to heal him with Lucky.
All right, that is a hit. And 4 points of piercing damage. And all right, so let's see. So Ravenfolk Warrior number 1, not too happy about being hit with that short sword, is going to use let's see. He's going to use his Radiant Rune Spear. He's going to make an attack against you with that. And that's going to be a hit. And you're going to take 10 points of damage from it. And it is going to use a multi-attack to try to peck you with its beak. Ooh, and that's a crit. And you're going to take... Ooh, and there goes Callie. Callie is down, so Callie gets killed almost instantly by this first Ravenfolk Warrior. It attacks with its Radiant Rune Spear, takes Callie out. All right, so that is his turn. This next one is going to he is going to advance to there. Actually, no, to here, because his Radiant Rune Spear is a 10-foot reach, so he's going to attack Semmel with his Rune Spear. So here is his attack. And that is a miss, so that's all he can do this turn. And then number 3 is going to also advance. Let's see. And he's gonna advance to there, but it takes him 2 move actions to get there, and he's just gonna level his spear at Lucky, and that's gonna be his turn. So Lucky is up. So Callie is gone. So why don't you go ahead and you know what? Let me do it from here. Callie is unconscious. So Callie is gone. All right. So why don't you go ahead and take Lucky's action, and then after you don't Lucky's action, go ahead and roll a new character.
Okay. I rolled a 54 on the table. Character generator.
Oh, 54? Okay. So yeah, go ahead and act as Lucky. I gotta pull up the other character.
Got it. Roger. So Lucky sees his friend go down. Not too happy about it. He is
54.
He's going to try to disguise himself as a tree.
All right, so 54 is a monster slayer halfling ranger.
Awesome.
All right, so I've added him to the PCs, so I'll give you a picture. So explain to me how you're going to disguise him as a tree.
Well, I'm not going to be able to now that I look at the spell. I can adjust by 1 foot, and he's over 7 feet tall. That's why I thought maybe he could be a tree, but I don't think he can grab enough leaves to make himself look like a tree since they can already see him. So I'll attack.
Okay.
All right. I only have second level spells left.
It doesn't make sense to hold on to stuff. Not in this game.
No, I mean, I'm going to use Spiritual Weapon and hit Ravenfold Warrior 3.
Okay, let me go ahead and give you a token. All right, that's your spiritual weapon. You should be able to move it. And that is a hit. And 2 force damage.
So we pretend that looks like a tree branch. Just a big tree that you pull out of the ground and smack them.
Okay. Anything else?
I didn't move, so can I hit him with the spiritual weapon again?
Not the spiritual weapon. So you can't, like, the spiritual weapon is a spell, right? So it acts as a bonus action. It's attacks. So yeah, it's a bonus action. You only get 1 bonus action.
1 bonus action. What about the mirror image? Can I use that?
Yeah. You want to cast mirror image?
Take it on myself, yeah.
Okay.
So three copies of me now appear around me.
There you go. All right, Semmel, you're up.
I'm gonna use the old trusty battle axe.
That's a miss.
That's all I've got.
All right. Red, what did you want to do? You are currently hidden from them.
I'd like to move to where the spiritual weapon is, so like here.
Okay. Yep.
Rage.
Okay.
Hit him with my great axe. Hit warrior 3.
All right. That is a hit. Okay. So I'm just gonna put this guy at that for now. So Dwarf Chopper is not going to act this turn. All right. When we switch initiative, that is when he will go into the initiative order and he'll be available. But that's where he's going to start from. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so there we go. So at the top of the initiative order, we've got Semmel. Semmel is up. And don't forget to grab a healing potion for Dwarf Chopper. All right, that is a miss.
Oh, oops, that was a miss.
Yes, it was a miss. Yep.
It doesn't show up for some reason in the chat.
Yeah, it does. It shows up above your attack.
Oh, yeah, I saw it there.
So I'll don't worry about it. I'll take it back. So that was against.
Before you take it back, I'm going to attack again. So let me see if this second one is a hit.
That's a hit.
It is a hit. So we can just use
keep the damage. Yeah, cool. That'll work. Okay. All right. So number 1, who is here, he is going to attack Red with his Rune Spear. And that's a miss. He's going to attack twice. He misses twice. He looks frustrated. Number 2 is going to attack Semmel with his Rune Spear. And that is a hit. And 13 damage to Semmel. And he is going to use... he is going to use his mimicry, and so I'm gonna need an intelligence check from Lucky, because he is going to try to mimic Red and tell Lucky to go run for help. So
tell the elephant to run for help.
Yep. So go ahead and give me an intelligence check to see if you can determine the difference.
Who's doing the check?
Lucky.
All right. Insight? No.
Intelligence. Yep. Like, just an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, okay. It took me that long to figure it out. I don't have much intelligence.
All right. You're pretty convinced it was Red. He tells you to go run for help. So, on your next turn, you're going to be motivated to go run for help. Number 3 is going to he's going to attack Red because he's right next to him. So here comes his Rune Spear. First one is a miss. Second one is also a miss. Oh man, you're kind of sucking. Red, you're up. That is a miss with the Great Axe. 2 misses with the Great Axe. A lot of missing going on. Lucky. So, yeah, so you feel the urge to go run and find help.
All right.
How well?
30?
You're moving your speed to the east.
I can move twice.
If you want to, yeah.
Well, if I move once, am I close enough to see if anyone is near the campfire?
Oh, you can see Chopper, yeah.
Okay, and I can yell at him.
Yep.
Help! We need help!
So being unaware that Chopper was over there, Ravenfolk Warrior 1 is going to be pretty disheartened when he sees that there's actually somebody there to help. So Chopper is up, so go ahead and move Chopper. I believe he's got a speed of 25.
Yeah, sure. Alright, so he's going to converse with this elephant guy. She doesn't know what a loxodon is, probably. And
Yeah.
to find out he's in trouble, he wants to try to help.
All right. He can move twice.
Oh, he can move twice. Okay, well
Yeah.
then.
Because he hasn't. These are his actions, so he can take the move action twice. But he wouldn't be able to attack.
Right.
All right. So at the top of the round, Ravenfolk Warrior number 1 is up first. He is going to attack Red with his Radiant Rune Spear, and that is a hit. Ooh, big damage, but partially resisted. So that's gonna be, and then he's going to do it a second time, and he's gonna miss the second time. Number 2 is going to continue to attack Semmel with his Rune Spear. That's a miss. And he is now going to see Chopper approaching, and he's going to use his Ghost Wings ability on Semmel. So basically, what he does is he furiously beats his wings, and you have to make a dexterity saving throw, which I'll trigger here. And you fail, and you are blinded for 1 turn as the wind kicks up some dirt in your eyes, so you're currently blinded, Semmel.
Okay.
So Ravenfolk Warrior number 3 is going to attack Red. So here is his first attack. That is a hit. And partially resisted, 16 points of damage, and he's going to do the same thing to Red. He's going to begin to flap his wings as well. So he's going to trigger that. And you fail, and you too are blinded. And that's going to be his turn. So, Lucky, you're up. So 2 of your teammates are now blinded.
But does he know that?
He does not know that. So what you see when you get closer is Semmel is trying desperately to get the sand out of his eyes.
Having technical difficulties there. Okay, I think I got it right. Now, can I use... So I can enhance... Oh, I can't reverse blindness or deafness. I can only cause blindness or deafness.
Yeah, it's just temporary. It'll go away after a round.
Oh, okay.
He's not blind in the traditional sense. He's just got sand in his eyes.
Something's happened here. Okay. That takes too long. I'm just going to use the spiritual weapon and have it hit Warrior 3.
So you can cast a cantrip. You got a bunch of cantrips. Guiding Bolt, all that stuff.
Guiding Bolt's level 1. I've already blown
Oh,
out.
you already used it? What cantrips do you have? Hold on.
Yeah. The cantrips are parlor tricks at this point. Unless Toll the Dead is good.
Yeah, Toll the Dead's pretty good. Does a d12 damage to a creature that's already hurt. D10 to a creature that's not hurt yet.
Are any of them injured?
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Okay. Great. Then, Raven Folk Warrior 3.
Well, hang on one second. Let me just double check
point
your.
my finger
Hang on. Let me just double check and make sure your Toll the Dead saving throw is correct. Hang on. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. So all right. So yeah, go ahead. Your saving throw was wrong. I fixed it.
Oh, okay. So Lucky points his big old huge hand at the warrior, and you hear the spell sound start,
Ooh, he succeeds.
and he succeeds. So he just noticing that he couldn't use the ability against him, he'll just take his frustrations out by another mystical weapon and hit him in the head with it.
All right.
Which I'm looking for. There. Boy, not my day.
Okay, so Chopper is up.
So Chopper's going to take his bow out. And he sees what the prop is. He's going to shoot the Raven Warrior 2.
All right, that's a hit. 7 points of damage. He can attack again.
He's going to attack again.
That one is a miss.
Okay. I don't think he has any other. No, he doesn't.
All right, you are blinded, so your attacks are made with disadvantage. Ooh. You
Right.
swing wildly and are unsuccessful. So you can try again. Nothing preventing you from trying again.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. What I would like to do is use my lay on hands,
Okay.
but I don't see it. Oh, it might be under abilities or something. I don't see it under actions.
It is here. Yep, it's under
Yeah,
Paladin.
I see.
Make sure you target yourself. And yeah, there you go. All right, all 15.
Yes.
All right. All right, Red, you're up. You are currently blinded. Attacks will be made with disadvantage.
Can I use my healing potion and then Storm Aura to do Tundra, I think it is, so I get 2 temporary hit points?
Yes. Yeah, as long the only thing you really need to worry about is attacks. I mean, when you're blinded, so you can retrieve a healing potion and drink it as one action, and then what is the other one? The Storm Aura. Yeah, the Tundra Storm Aura. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. Yeah, so go ahead and there you go. There's your healing potion, and then you can click the. If you look at Storm Aura on your Actions tab, the very last button with the red cross there will give you the 2 temporary HP. There you go. Cool.
Does it move with me, or does it stay in that one location?
Does what? The Storm Aura? It stays with you.
Can I disengage?
You've used your 2 actions. So the storm, invoking the storm.
Bonus.
Oh, it's a bonus? Okay, then yes, you can use the disengage action to disengage from Ravenfolk Warrior 3. Well, you're engaged technically with both 1 and 3 because they have reach. So, but yes, you can disengage.
How far do I move back?
You can move your speed. It's up to you. So when you use a disengage action, it is basically like a tactical retreat. So you can move your speed.
Is that too far? Is that good?
That's fine. All right. Warrior number 1 is going to take out his longbow. And he is going to target... actually, he's going to target Lucky. But he's going to have a chance to hit the mirror image. So let me go ahead and roll the attack. He misses anyway. Second attack. Misses twice. So irrelevant. Warrior number 2 is going to try to attack Semmel with his long... he's going to just try to... he's going to try to peck you with his beak. So here's his first attack. Oh, that's a crit. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but there's 8. And he's going to do it again. So now that he sees that you're blinded, he's taking the opportunity to try to peck you to death.
Am I still blinded though? Because I was blinded for a turn.
You're blinded until the... actually, it was the... Let me see. When was it applied? I will say that you are not blinded, and I will re-roll those attacks. So he did. So he did 15. Let me take the 15 away. 15. That should be 6. Okay, so you are not blinded. So let me go ahead and remove the blinded condition from you. Sweet. And I will also remove it from red. Neither of you are blinded anymore. Okay, so here comes attack number 1. That is a miss. Attack number 2. That is also a miss. So that was incredibly favorable for you guys. Okay, and number 3 is going to try to attack. He's going to try to attack Lucky with a longbow. All right, here we go. That's a miss, and that's a terrible miss. So I've had a request to take a little break. Are you guys good taking a 5-minute break?
Sure. That'd be good.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for watching. We will be right back. We're gonna take 5, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, we are back from the break. Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate it. So, up now, I believe, is is Dwarf Chopper. So, Chopper is up. What would you like to do, Chopper?
The Dwarf Chopper's going to put his Hunter's Mark up on Ravenfolk Warrior 2.
Okay.
I'm not sure how I do that.
Target him, and then there's an effect. So under actions.
There it is. Okay. And then I'm going to hit him with a longbow. Or I'm going to shoot the longbow at him. I'm not going to hit him with the longbow.
Whatever it takes.
If he was close enough.
That is a hit. So go ahead and roll that damage. Did not add the d6 though. I think that was the concentration. There's supposed to be an effect that goes on him as well. Yes, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, I don't know how to edit those.
Okay, alright, I got it now. Alright, you didn't have...
Should I do
no, just go ahead and roll a d6 and I'll add the damage to him. It'll work the next time though. So 5 extra damage, and that was to Ravenfolk Warrior 2. Okay. So 9.
Can I throw one of my javelins at one of them?
Yes, you can. If you're throwing it through the bushes, you're going to have disadvantage on the attack. So you can move to here, make the throw, and then move back if you'd like.
I'll just move up to here and then throw it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's basically like there's bushes and trees and stuff. It'd be difficult to throw a javelin through bushes and trees. So that is a hit, and 7 points of damage to that Ravenfolk Warrior. Semmel, you're up.
All right, let me dust off the old battle axe.
And that is a hit. All right, 9 more damage to that guy. He's not looking so good.
Let's try that again.
Oh, that's a crit.
Nice.
So I am using a modification which is called Theo Geeks Improved Critical, which means that when you roll a critical, you get 2 dice. The first one is always max damage, and then the second one is random. Right? So the first one will always be an 8 in this case, and then plus 3 plus your 2 bonus, total of 13.
Nice.
So, because there's nothing more annoying than getting a crit and rolling 2 1s. so this kind of eliminates that. So Lucky, you're up. What is the duration on? I'll figure it out. Go ahead. What do you want to do?
Yeah, they're probably expired. I was wondering that myself. I'm trying to find it. I want to do a bless on... No, it's not a bless. It's enhance ability on... Semmel. Yeah. So I want to target him.
So it is okay. So enhance ability, cool. So your invoke duplicity effect is not mirror image in the traditional sense. Is that what you used? Was your
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it only creates 1 illusory duplicate.
Oh.
So, but that's okay. So let me just delete these other ones. It doesn't matter. None of them were affected by any attacks, but I'll just put that guy over there. So there's 2 of you. And it lasts for 1 minute. So we've still got about 6 rounds left to go before that wears off.
Okay. So I tap Semmel on the shoulder, and I whisper something of, for he who is worthy, you will be strong as a bear for endurance of a bear for an hour.
Alright, so he gets advantage on Constitution checks. Alright.
And then for my second action, I am going to shoot the Ravenfolk Warrior 3 with my crossbow.
Alright. And that's a hit. And 3 points of piercing damage. And it looks like Chopper's at the top of the round.
Keeping me hopping. Okay, so I'm going to continue using my longbow against Ravenfolk Warrior 2.
That's a hit. And there's your extra d6. So 14 points of damage. That's pretty good. So you can take a second shot if you want.
Again.
It's another hit. And 7 more points of damage. Number 2 is starting to look pretty bad. He's got crossbow bolts sticking out of him. He's got arrows sticking out of him. He's just having a bad day.
We're going to start taunting him, calling him pincushion.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so warrior number 1 is going to... He's going to move. He's going to move to here so that he can target Semmel with his spear. So here is his first spear attack. Well, here's his only spear attack because he moved. Oh. He's not happy about that. So he brings his spear up and he tries to jab it at Semmel, and he is unsuccessful. Warrior 2 is going to attack with a peck attack twice on Semmel. That is a hit. And that is a miss. So here is his first damage. So 6 points of damage, 6 points of damage, and for some reason you absorb that damage, which is interesting. I think that's probably your temporary HP that came as part of the blessing that you got from Lucky. So that's his turn. 3 is oh, and Lucky, don't forget to use your spiritual weapon on your turn. I'm not going to remind you. So and so he is going to move here, and he is going to attack Red. So he's going to use he's going to use his rune spear, and that's a miss. Red, you're up. So this Raven Folk warrior moves in close and tries to jab you with his spear, and you dodge out of the way, but it sets him up for a retaliatory strike.
Okay, so I am going to attack the Raven Folk in front of me.
So just one. Never mind. Go ahead. That is a hit. All right, 17 points of slashing damage as the Great Axe finds purchase.
And then I'm gonna reckless attack.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the attack with advantage. There you go. Perfect. I love the effects being coded, by the way, and that's a shout out to Rob Toohey for his effects modules, for those of you that DM or GM or DM specifically Fantasy Grounds, make sure you go to the DM's Guild and check those out. All right, another 17 points of slashing damage. He is not happy at all about that exchange. Semmel, you're up.
I'll just keep going with what's working.
That's a hit. 9 points of slashing damage. Slowly chipping away at these guys. That's another hit. And another 6. Yeah, he's looking pretty bad. Lucky, you're up.
So I could use the spiritual weapon and fire the crossbow, 2 separate actions, right?
Yes. So the spiritual weapon is a bonus action, so you get that every time, no matter what.
Oh, so I can do 2 attacks and use the spiritual weapon.
Correct. Yeah, clerics are awesome.
Okay. So here goes. Gonna attack. Switch up attacks. I see that Ravenfolk Warrior 2 is really looking like a pincushion, so I'm gonna add to that and throw my crossbow or shoot the crossbow at him.
That is a hit. And 8 more points of damage is enough to take him out as Ravenfolk Warrior 2 goes down. Finally, they are killable after all. So he is no more.
A new target. I can shoot again.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. That is a hit. And 4 points of piercing damage.
And then finally, spiritual weapon against the same guy.
Yep.
There.
Ooh.
Oh,
I think the spiritual weapon was the spiritual weapon was a little rusty after not being used for a couple of rounds. All right, Red, you're up at the top of the initiative order.
I attack the dude again.
Okay. Number 3. That is a hit. Are you going to use Reckless or no? It doesn't matter, you hit
No,
anyway.
Okay, I'll reckless this attack.
Oh, that's a crit. Oh, there he goes. As Red takes out Ravenfolk Warrior number 3. Ravenfolk Warrior 1 looks the best of the group, but he's the only one remaining. And it's his turn. So he is going to... let's see. He is going to use his long spear twice against Semmel. So here is attack number 1. And that is a hit. 5 points of damage. Here's attack number 2. That's also a hit. And 3 points of damage. That is the worst damage roll possible.
No, it's the
All right.
best. I like it.
All right, Lucky, you're up.
Lucky is going to move the spiritual weapon over and hit the warrior.
Yeah, there you go. That is a hit. 6 points of force damage.
And then he's going to shoot him with the crossbow.
That is a hit. 5 more piercing damage.
And one more time with the crossbow.
That is a hit. And 8 more. You're really making some tracks on these guys right now.
He's doing good.
Yeah, Semel.
As one of my actions, I'd like to use one of my potions.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it here. I'm not sure where it's.
You have a healing potion, yes? Your starting potion?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so if you go to your actions tab and you scroll down, you'll see potion. And then under potion, you'll see healing with a little... There you go. There you go.
I think I found it.
Yeah, I would say so.
And then, do I remove it manually from my inventory?
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, consumables don't work so great.
Alright, I think I did it. So, as my second action, oh, I can't attack. I'm just going to have to move up to our remaining Birdman over there. And end my turn.
Alright. Chopper is up.
Now, do I have visibility to this guy, or am I shooting through like open foliage, or do I have to move?
So yeah, you would have to move to like here to get a clean shot.
All right, good. I'll move there. That's one action, and then shoot him with the longbow. Terrible. Yeah, 4 points of piercing damage. And then as a bonus action, I can just put Hunter's Mark on him, right?
Yeah, you can just move the Hunter's Mark to him. There you go.
There we go.
Alright, Lucky is up.
Alright, Lucky is going to shoot him with a crossbow. He's going to miss, obviously.
Ooh,
Wow.
2 really bad
Taking up
crossbow
for-
shots.
Yeah. And then, well, I'll end up hitting him with a spiritual weapon.
Maybe. Oh, yeah, you will.
Or
Oh,
not.
no, maybe not.
There goes that confidence. My trunk got in the way.
Yep.
Alright, so now that I'm close enough, use the old trusty battle axe again.
Alright.
But
That's a
use
miss.
it maybe better this time around.
There you go.
More like it. Right. Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Alright, he is going to return the favor with his rune spear. That's a hit. 14 points of damage. Second attack. Also a hit.
No.
Oh! And down goes Semel. Oh, alright. So, Semel is defeated, and that is his turn. Chopper, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to fire my crossbow. Or no, longbow. Bollocks. There we go.
I will move up to him and reckless attack with my great axe.
We're not hearing you, Meg.
Sorry about that. He is going to attack you with his rune spear. Alright, you guys should be hearing me fine now, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
He's going to attack you with his rune spear. Red. So that is the first attack is a hit. And he's going to do 5 points of damage. Second attack is a miss, even with advantage, which is pretty terrible. All right, Chopper is up. Semley, go ahead and roll for your new character.
All right, Chopper's gonna get
Warlock.
bowing down.
Definitely taking a flaw.
That a hit?
Bard.
Can I take 2 flaws?
Oh, you can take as many flaws as you want. Cleric.
Ah, jeez.
A fighter.
Okay, what am I up to? 4 flaws?
Uh, You got one. You got 1, 2, 3 flaws. 3. So you're smelly.
I'll take it. That's perfectly fine.
You're unlucky.
That's alright.
Disorganized, which is one of my favorite. So you're a smelly, unlucky, disorganized fighter. Sounds about right.
But I'm just a regular fighter then.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, let me go. I'll go. Let's see. Chopper.
11.
Sorry. Go.
Yeah, is that a hit? Be the lowest possible.
It was a 16 with your bonus, so yes, it was a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage. All right, 8 points of piercing damage. He's not looking so good.
Second shot.
That's a hit.
He's still not down.
Nope, he is not down.
A third.
Yeah, so 11 more. Red, you're up. You get the chance to finish this guy off, potentially. Semley, you are a Dragonborn Battlemaster fighter.
Love it.
All right. Oh, there he goes.
Yay!
A smelly, unlucky, disorganized Dragonborn fighter has been added to the PCs. Alright, so everybody who survived the combat, go ahead and take a draw from the loot deck, or roll on the loot deck. And there's a potion of healing for you in the party sheet. Jean-Baptiste. All right. So, everybody, okay, so we got a, let me put the loot in there. So, congratulations, you guys succeeded in killing those Ravenfolk warriors. So, let me go ahead and award you your loot. It'll be in the party sheet.
So, speaking of that card that I got earlier.
Yes. It's
does
no
that
more.
carry over?
Nope, it does
No.
not. So you don't have to worry about it anymore. It only applied when you were alive. So had you survived that combat, you would have had to dealt with the ramifications of the card.
I just take the wand.
Yeah, go ahead and take it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So the way that it works is loot items everybody can use, even if it's a magic item or like, you know, like a wand or whatever. If you're a fighter, you're you know, a barbarian, you can use it. So just Yeah.
What's the secret to my?
Say again.
I have a wand of secrets. Do I know the secret?
If you open up the item, it should be, you should be able to read it, and it'll show you what it can do. So if you have it in your inventory, just click on it, click on the little dragon head, and it'll tell you what it does.
It just tells me what it looks like.
It should be identified. Hold on, let me see. There you go. Now you should be able to read it. For some reason it wasn't identified. All right. So there is a doorway, and the doors have been pried open.
I need a token.
You're not here yet.
Oh, okay.
So you'll have a token when you're here. So you guys, so hold on, the duplicate dissipates, and you find yourself standing in, at near the entryway of this temple. All right.
Are we able to retrieve some of our arrows?
Yes. So you can retrieve 50% of the arrows that you threw, and if you use javelins, you can retrieve all of your javelins.
Is there anywhere I could heal?
You'll have to press on. There's nowhere here that you'd be able to heal. You are not in a position to take a rest just yet. But maybe if you move a little bit further, you'll find somewhere that you could rest. So as I mentioned in the opening, there are campfires scattered throughout the map. If you find a campfire, that is a rest area. And that rest area will give you the benefits of a long rest, which will basically mean all your hit points back, all your spell slots, all that stuff. So you're going to look in the doorway. All right, you see a staircase that leads down to a lower landing, and you see what appears to be the flickering of firelight inside. Okay, so you're going to just move in.
Can I head a little
Okay, hold on.
down the path?
Yeah. So let's just sort this out one at a time. So you move a little bit further down the path.
What do I see?
You see that the temple walls continue. The carved stone leads to just a rocky outcropping. Hold on a second. I'll just reveal some more area for you down here. And the cliff side or the hillside seems to jut out towards the water at this point. There's not much further south that you can go. So there's a very thin kind of walking path that leads back through the bushes back to the shore area, you presume. But there doesn't appear to be any other, entrances to this temple.
Okay. I'll just...
Okay, so you rejoin the group. Okay, so standing there... Oh, hold on. Not that. That was
You saw that.
unintended reveal. Apologies.
Spoilers.
So there is a campfire here.
Do we proceed into the area?
Yeah, one second. All right, worst reveal job ever, but you get the point. Hang on, let me just reveal the rest of this area here. I've already seen that, so I can reveal that.
Did you see that? The campfire moved.
Yep, it's a magical campfire. Hang on one second, I'm just trying to reveal the rest of the room for you.
Turn that into a puzzle.
The moving campfire.
Yeah. You die trying to rest in a campfire.
Okay. Okay, so in the center of the room there appears to be a hexagon, I think, and to the south there is a door. There are three other doors in this room, one to the north, one to the west, and one to the south. Small pillars line the walls, and each corner holds a what appears to be a stone basin that is currently empty. Campfire sits in the room, and sitting next to the campfire is a dragonborn who greets you as you enter.
So,
Lucky says, "Hail, dragon."
All right, so you all just got the benefits of a long rest. So your HP has been restored, your spell slots have been restored, etc., etc. So, like I said, there's a central kind of column, excuse me, and at the south point of the column, there's a door that leads into the area, presumably within the column. Coming from the top of the column, so the column doesn't reach all the way to the ceiling. The ceiling is about 60 feet high. Coming from the top of the column's about 30 feet high. But coming from the top of the column is a series of colored lights that spin and illuminate the ceiling to where it creates a mural of the stars as they kind of swirl in rapid succession around the ceiling of this temple.
Do they look like they're gonna shoot at us or do anything mean?
No, they're just lights. So it's colored lights shooting out from the top of the column, and then it kind of paints like if you ever been to a planetarium, it's kind of like that. Like like on the roof, it looks like the universe, with constellations and galaxies and things swirling around.
Well, we gotta pick a door, so what door should we go to?
I would like to see if I can smell anything special about the west door. Like if there's not traps, you can't smell traps, but maybe anything special about there on the western door.
Did you say you're trying to smell?
Yeah, it says the Loxodons have advantage on perception checks, survival, and investigation, so they have to do with smell. So thought I'd give it a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check. I will give you a. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Well, it doesn't matter
Where's
anyway.
that one?
Yeah. All you smell is the campfire.
I smell the smelly dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, and the smelly dragonborn. Which now that you're all in close proximity, you all take in the rich aroma of the dragonborn.
Sorry, guys, it's a glandular problem. I don't have control over it.
Glandular condition. I love it. I think we should